Good evening and welcome to the News 24 English Bulletin. This is Tamima Islam. Those were the headlines, now the details. Prime Minister's Energy Advisor Tawfiq-e-Ilahi Chaudhary said the government has no effort to buy LNG from the spot market at a high rate. He said this at a discussion of the Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry at a hotel in the capital today. He said we are being bound to be economical due to the situation of reserves in the country. That is why the advisor said we should not take the risk of import of LNG at a high rate as the war may last long. Business leaders also proposed importing LNG from spot markets even after increasing the price of gas. The High Court has issued a rule that no journalist is bound to reveal the source of his report. On Sunday, the High Court bench of Justice Nozrul Islam Talukdar made this observation in a verdict. Observation of the verdict, the court said Article 39 of the Constitution mentions freedom of speech and freedom of the press. It is the responsibility of the people, media, to seriously publicize the corruption of public and private organizations, institutions, and individuals. However, in carrying out this duty, yellow journalism is never acceptable. It should always be discouraged. A moderate cyclone is approaching the Bangladesh coast. If the deep low takes the form of a cyclone at midnight tonight, it will hit the southern districts of the country with the name Sitrang. The Meteorological Department has already issued local warning signal number 3 in the maritime ports. On such news, the residents of the coast are moving for safe shelters. The government has already taken preparation to avoid major damage like Cedar and Aila. Akramul Haq Shumon has the details.
Since Saturday morning, the sky of the southern district of the country, including the capital, is cloudy. Drizzling rain were reported from some places. The Bay of Bengal is also turbulent. A moderate cyclone is approaching Bangladesh coast. Due to its effect, the weather is so hostile across the country. The Meteorological Department says the deep low is intensifying and moving towards the northwest direction. At its center, the maximum wind speed is 50 km to 60 km per hour. On such news, the residents of the coast are running for safe shelters.
We live in Chor area. We have to live in case of rain.
People of the area are in fears. Fishermen are also in fears.
However, residents of the coastal region demand taking preparation in advance to avoid damages like Cedar and Aila.
We face a number of storms as we live in disaster-prone area. Embankment breached and yet to repair.
Meteorologists say this strong deep low coastal tides 3 to 5 feet higher than normal tides. By midnight, if the depression develops into a cyclone, it may hit the coastal districts of the country under the name of Sitrang.
There is possibility of rising the height of tide from 3 to 5 feet. However, as the wind has not turned into a cyclone, when the wind will turn, height of the tide may rise further. Apart from this, there is a possibility of heavy rains.
The State Minister for Disaster Management and Relief said district administrations have been instructed to deal with the cyclone.
Shelter centers have been prepared to provide dry food, cooked food and water. To the people of the shelter centers, money, biscuits, rice and dry food have been sent to them.
Volunteers are also working to keep the residents of coastal districts safe. Besides, the government has enough stock of food to deal with possible post-disaster situations. Akramul Haq Shumon, News 24.
A Dhaka court on Sunday sentenced suspended DIG Prisons Bojlur Rashid to 5 years in prison for acquiring wealth worth more than 3 crore taka beyond the known income. Apart from this, the court ordered him to pay a fine of 5 lakh taka and in default of payment, another 6 months imprisonment. Judge of Dhaka Special Judges Court 5, Iqbal Hussain, announced the verdict. At the same time, the court ordered the confiscation of illegally acquired property of 3 crore 14 lakh taka in favor of the state. Earlier on September 22nd, after presenting the arguments of the state and the accused, the court fixed this day to announce the verdict. Awami League General Secretary Ubaidul Qadir has commented that BNP is being led by a person who fled to London like a coward with a bond. He said this at the signing ceremony of DMTCL's contract with a consulting company to supervise the construction work of MRT Line 1 in the capital this morning. At that time, he invited the BNP to the Council of Awami League Dhaka district chapter if they want to see a gathering in rallies. The Appellate Division has ordered that the High Court's judgment cancelling the provision of taking prior permission of the government to arrest government officials in criminal cases will be suspended. On Sunday, the Appellate Division, headed by Chief Justice Hassan Faiz Siddiqui, ordered that the verdict will be suspended until the leave to appeal is settled. Attorney General A.M. Aminuddin was in the hearing for the state in the court. Lawyer Monzil Morshed was for the writ. The court has fixed October 30th for the next hearing in this regard. Earlier, on August 25th, the High Court cancelled the provision of taking the government's prior permission to arrest government officials and employees in criminal cases. The bench, comprising of Justice M.D. Mujibur Rahman Mia and Justice Qazi M.D. Izarul Haq Akund, made the verdict. The situation in Rajshahi is unstable due to the counter-movement of students of university and medical college. Students have blockaded highways to protest the hospital's negligence, assault on students and interns, and lawsuits. On the other hand, the intern doctors of the medical college hospital are on strike again due to the failure to file a case regarding the vandalism of the hospital, attack on the doctors, and the arrest of the accused. This is disrupting medical treatments in the hospital. After announcing his third term, Chinese President Xi Jinping addressed the media to introduce his new leadership team. The speech also offered an important clue about the direction in which Xi might take China. There has been growing fear that the country is closing off from the world economy. But Xi said China cannot develop without the world, and the world also needs China. Xi announced a 7-person committee. The members walked out behind Xi in order of rank. Li Keqiang, who is the new premier replacing Li Keqiang. The others are Zhao Leji, Wang Huning, Shai Qi, Ding Zhejiang, and Li Ji. That's all from the newsroom today. Thank you for watching News 24. Please stay with us.